Hey guys, it's Austin Line over here on the 3 a.m. Club. This is our first episode. I'm going to introduce you to my right, Zach.
Yo, yo, yo.
Brandon Charbonneau to my far right.
Hello.
And we got Fact Check Dan over here to my left.
Tuna!
How you doing?
Here we go. So first thing we just want to get into, people always ask us, oh, where you guys get the 3am Club name? It's just something that we came up with, and originally it started back when we were doing the coronavirus, or when we were doing the coronavirus, when the coronavirus became a thing here in the United States and we got shut down for 3 months. Ultimately, we stayed up to 3 a.m. every single night, 4 a.m. every single night, and kind of just were shooting the shit, going over different topics that we thought were cool. And we kind of decided it'd be a good idea to start our own podcast and try something new, just like I guess everyone else is doing at this point in 2020, 2021. So obviously we appreciate anyone that's watching, and hopefully you guys get a good listen and give us a follow, subscribe, and like everything that you guys see on our Instagram and different social media aspects. So one thing I'm going to start with is the 12% capacity here in Massachusetts becoming a big thing. Obviously bars being 100% open on the inside for eating and everything like that. So Zach, what do you think about that? What's going on?
No, I'm excited. I mean, it's minimal, but at this point, I'm just glad we're going in the right direction because I just need to get back to a ball game.
A social norm almost.
Right. Go to a concert, just enjoy myself and feel normal again.
Yeah, absolutely. Brandon, what do you think about what's going on?
Yeah, it's just good that we're going in the right direction. I mean, 12% is small, but only going in the right direction.
Yeah,
right?
you got to take baby steps, you know, in order to get to the bigger picture. I guess, it's not like we're Texas or Mississippi where we're opening up 100% and our mayors or governors are coming in and say, listen, your business, you do what you want, so, but, obviously we take general steps here in Massachusetts and try to get everyone to stay clean, healthy, and then to prevent the spread of the coronavirus any bit further. But it's awesome to get back into the social norms, going out, having fun, baseball games, concerts, everything like that. What do you think about that, Dan?
Oh, I'm just real happy about it. I can't think that what we've gone through. I keep remembering a term from the beginning of the pandemic where we always heard new normal. I don't want to go to a new normal. I want my old normal.
Right.
And I'm okay with my old normal being a little bit unusual.
Nuanced.
I'll wear a mask. I'll spread out. I'll spend a little bit more for a ticket at Fenway if it means being able to catch a game at 1/10% of the full capacity. But we're getting there. We're gonna get back by the end of this year. Hopefully everything will be back to normal. So I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me is just getting back to going to these concerts. Obviously I had a Chris Stapleton ticket that we had set up last year for, I think it was September, and then it got moved over an entire year past the original date.
No,
So
it was August, and now it's October.
okay, all right. So obviously we got that set up coming up in October, and hopefully it's going to be. I'm hoping for 100% capacity at that point, so we can have a real good time and get everyone to have an opportunity to come with us. But you guys have anything?
Did you keep your ticket for that?
Well, my sister bought it for me, so I'm guessing my sister.
Does she still have it?
I don't know.
Because I saw a thing on Live Nation that like 90% of people have kept their tickets for the shows that they bought.
Yeah, I don't think that anyone wanted to get refunded necessarily. It's more of the question mark of whether if and when it's going to happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think no one's really losing the appeal to going out to concerts. Obviously besides your select few that don't feel comfortable with the coronavirus, but it is what it is. Let them stay at home and let us party and have more fun. Is all I like the way I like to look at it.
Well, that and go to concerts, ball
Tongue-tied.
games, and all that stuff. But the biggest one is dance floors for weddings.
Oh yeah, open up to you can have 100 people
Mhm.
inside and then 150 outside.
Right.
It's gonna be huge because obviously our sister is getting married this
Yep.
upcoming summer, so it's gonna be an incredible time, obviously. So
Back to where she wanted to be.
Right.
With
Right.
this whole
Like those
postponement.
people who were having weddings got screwed the most.
yeah,
Because you couldn't refund the money, and I mean, there's people that were dropping 20, 25 grand to have a venue, and these venues are just like, no, you're not getting your money back. Sorry. So now you have to find a date that you might not want.
that you got to get pushed out a
And
year
you don't even
later.
know when it's gonna happen. So, I'm glad that weddings and stuff are coming back, and your sister and one in particular that we
Right.
get to go to. 'Cause that's
Absolutely.
gonna be fun.
Well, even Mr. Charbon over here, this guy's he's engaged now. He's got a fiance. He's got a missus coming up, and I
Off
was.
the market. Sorry. ladies.
There's a hot take.
Yeah.
Oh man, but Obviously, I think we're gonna get back to. We're supposed to go into Is it stage 4? Is what they're calling these
I don't
different
even
stages?
know. I think
Yeah,
we're in stage
that's what-
3 right now, but I don't know.
We're in stage 3, phase 3. They keep adding words to this. Stage 4 is basically a reopening of everything with maybe some mild precautions, but that's not going to happen until 70% of the state's population probably has a vaccine.
So are we on stage? We're on stage 3, like part C right now, basically.
Basically, where things are open, like bars are open as long as they serve food at full capacity. Restaurants are open as long as they serve food. You still have to wear your mask. You still have to, not shake anybody's hand. But things are opening up, and that's, it's a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
Obviously, last summer, you'd think after cases were as low as a couple hundred in a state of, 10 million like Massachusetts is, that we could have opened up sooner. But I'm glad we didn't, because
Well, this winter was
three quarters of the people on this podcast got it this winter. So
right. No, and they knew the winter was going to be bad, and we didn't have a vaccine, so
yeah,
I mean, you just have to keep moving forward and one step at a time, and we did, and now the vaccine's getting out, people are getting it, and now things are starting to open back up. So
Yeah, and plus
by summertime, hopefully we're
running
almost back to normal.
right, running 100%.
Right.
I mean, I thought it was crazy how everyone was like, "Oh, well, when do you think the market is basically going to reopen?" And when I mean the market, I mean obviously all venues and everything that's going on. And people are saying June. It's like, obviously the capacity is now in March. So I'm thinking by the time June comes around, we're going to be nearly 100% capacity. Maybe not obviously all the way there, but we're going to be close to it at that point.
The closest we've been in a year, for sure.
And do you think you're going to have to show? Do you think if you're going to show like a vaccine, a card or something to get yourself allowed into the game?
I don't think they're going to have to do that. I think that what they're going to have to do, though, is that they're going to
a smokers and a non-smoker section?
Yeah, kind of. No, it's going to be based on how many people across the board have the vaccines, and they'll just assume based on the population. But with that being said, folks, all you listeners, get your shots. Don't worry, it's just a little mercury. It's not going to kill you.
I'm shot up.
No, thanks.
I'm like 50-50 on if I want to get the shot or not. I guess it's more one of those things. If I need it, I'll get it. And if I don't need it, then I'm not going to get it.
You absolutely need it.
I know that's totally not the case.
Yeah.
That's totally not the case, because why do I need it?
To add the number of percentage of people in our country that have it so we can reopen 100%.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Other states are already open to 100%.
I would take it in my
Yeah, but
dick
they're
hole.
they're like
I would
kind of
literally take it in my dick hole for things to go back to normal.
I mean,
You can shoot me up with, track me for all I care.
I've picked up cigarette butts off the ground and lit them and smoked them. I'm not worried about whatever's in the vaccine.
Yeah,
if it means the world's getting back to
I
normal.
took a piss in a Hartford Xfinity Theater porta potty.
So I guess
Can't kill me.
you're saying you would pick up a cigarette off the ground to smoke it,
Yeah.
so you're not worried about what's in the vaccine.
Well, they tell you what's in the vaccine. He
Mm.
doesn't know what's in that cigarette.
Right.
But he would do that.
Right.
No, that's what I'm saying is that I have that little concern about my own well-being that
Well, my
for the
question
sake
is
of public
why-
health,
My question is,
I would take
and I
that.
don't want to get too into this, but why wouldn't you get it?
I'm a strong, young, healthy individual that doesn't need it.
I get that, but what about my grandma that doesn't have it?
She doesn't have to go outside.
Why would your grandma at home? Why would your grandma not get it?
Oh, she would get it. I'm just okay.
Right.
Not just my grandma.
No, I know. But you're talking about grandmas in general. But
Right.
but
Older people.
that's different. They're a different thing. And if they should have to get it, but I don't believe a young person, me,
Sure.
24 years old, should be forced to get it. There's this girl that was from.
So let me ask you this: do you think an infant should have to get the polio vaccination?
I'm not honestly educated
You know
on
why?
that. I'm not.
You know why people don't get polio? Because they get vaccinated.
So I'm just not educated in that at all. So I'm just not going to get into
Okay.
that conversation, because if I had more information, fact check Dan, why don't you look in on this for me, on the whole polio thing. But I don't know much about
You
it.
probably have it.
I have polio.
No,
You have the
vaccinated
vaccine.
for it.
Okay.
You've had plenty of vaccines in your
Yeah.
life.
No, I get that.
Right.
There was a girl that was, yikes. There was a girl that was from,
Fuck.
Brooklyn. She's not, she works in the city and stuff like that down in New York City. In the restaurant let her go because she decided that she didn't want to get her vaccine.
Right.
And she just said, listen, I think it was more along the lines of, I'll follow your protocols that you guys have. She goes, I think it was more along the lines of, I just want to have the opportunity to get pregnant, and there's no side effects out on people trying to get pregnant.
Yeah, no, it was in Worcester. She was pregnant or wanted to get pregnant, and they fired her for it. But supposedly, on the radio station I listened to, Larry the lawyer said that I guess that businesses can fire you for not getting vaccinated.
Well, it is what it is. But
I mean, I don't know if that's, I don't know, but.
So another thing I want to talk about too was this baseball season coming up, and obviously getting back into things where spring training's just started, and obviously we're seeing some of the most exciting players like Fernando Tatis, Mookie Betts coming back into the flow of things, and Mike Trout obviously coming off of a down year. What's your guys' opinion on some of the coolest players that are doing their thing right now?
Oh, I love Tatis.
What about you,
He's
Zach?
got too much swag for baseball right now.
I mean, I watched this guy come up to an at bat just the other day. First pitch, just absolutely smashes it.
Granny.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And he came up there as if it was nothing. I mean, his stats that alone, and then he's getting 14 years, $340 million, over $24 million a year, basically. I mean, that's kind of crazy. I mean, only obviously behind Mookie Betts at 12 years, 365. So. But it's definitely going to be a really cool thing to obviously watch these young players that are taking these bigger contracts, staying with teams longer, and really making a difference on the organization. Whether he had to pay back $75 million or $70 million to these people, or whatever the amount was, that he borrowed from, all these different agents or something like that he was growing up from. But
I mean, just to give a little perspective on Tatis's actual contract, compared to Ronald Acuna's 8 years and $100 million. I mean, obviously that's nothing to sneeze at, but it's not even close to what he was dealt.
How old is Tatis?
24. Oh, 22. Sorry, 22.
Yeah, wow. But the reason they, come together on those contracts early is so they can buy them out of their arbitration years and also have them for an extended period of time where they're in line for 6 years. They're stuck with the team as soon as they come up. Once they come up, they're with them. But they come together on a contract, like Acuna in this spot where he gets 8 years, $100 million. Tatis blows this out of the water. It's just fire your agent immediately.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, especially when I think, is Acuna older or younger than Tatis? Do you know? Dan, can you look that up for me real quick and to see who's older?
Yep.
Because obviously, if you have Tatis who's 22 years old, which I'm 24, and I don't have $300 million.
No.
For hitting a piece of leather and strings outside of a field.
He hits the cover off the ball. Like, he's electric.
Yeah,
and he's unbelievable at short, too.
Well, he's got to be one of the most exciting players in baseball that I've seen. Like, yeah, great, we had Mookie Betts for a few years and stuff like that. Age, Dan?
Tatis is 2 years younger than Ronald Acuna.
Okay, that's a problem, in my opinion. If Ronald Acuna Jr. is...
Why couldn't you say 24? Why did you have to say 2 years younger?
Because I read 1999 and 1997.
Oh, okay. You had to do quick math. Okay, no, that's fine.
Anyway, so, but back to like the most exciting players and stuff. I'm kind of running on a tangent here, but these players that you see, Ronald Acuna, I can't even say his name. Ronald Acuna Jr. And Mookie Betts. Like, Mookie Betts was fun to watch as a Red Sox fan, but the highlights that Tatis put out last year alone.
I see. I'm going to stop you right there. Mookie Betts is nasty.
No, that's great. But I'm saying
he's a Gold Glover.
Yeah, but I think Tatis is a way better.
Well, he's a shortstop. He's going to get more action. He's going to have the chance to make those plays.
Well, my question is don't you wish the Red Sox and Mookie Betts came together on a sort of a contract like this?
Oh my God.
I don't know. I mean, I think it's I'm not really. I don't know. I really don't know how I put my opinion on that because. Yeah, he went to LA, he got paid, and he won a World Series, but he also had an elite team around him. I mean, he had other MVPs that were on the team, and he was an MVP himself. So, when you have some of the best pitchers in the league, it's like players going down to Tampa Bay and then wanting to play with Tom Brady. Of course you're going to win the championship. Of course you're going to have the best opportunity. So, no, I don't think we should have necessarily signed him unless our team was in the best place to go into the playoffs and win a World Series.
Do you think Mookie wanted to stay in Boston?
No.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't think we had a chance at Mookie.
No, but but I think where the tension started with him and the Red Sox was not getting. So when they go through arbitration, the process is the player thinks they're worth one thing and the team thinks they're worth another. And if they can't come to an agreement, they literally go to an arbiter, right, Dan?
Yes.
And they battle it out.
Yep.
It gets nasty between the two of them. Like they start, they have to prove why he's not good enough.
Right.
And it makes you feel some sort of way.
Mm-hmm.
So that eating away at Mookie, where they could have just come together after his second full season with the Red Sox, if they could have done that and put together a deal, it wouldn't have been for what he paid for now, because again, he's getting out of his arbitration years early. But still, would he have been a $300 million player for 12 plus years? Yeah, I want him on the Red Sox. He's a franchise guy.
Yeah, I love Mookie, man.
I don't know. I'm scared. The Red Sox have been putting themselves in positions in the last, obviously in the last 10 years, basically they have 2 World Series, but they went from last to first and won a World Series, and they basically did that from 2012 to 2013 when they won it, and then from 17 to 18 when they won it as well. So
in 17, they made the playoffs. They won the division.
Oh, okay. So
That's what Houston, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so but I don't know. I mean, you see teams like Houston who are consistently having runs together and stuff, where they're going back to back in playoffs. Well, I don't care if they cheated or not. I mean, you still have to play as a team together and win a ball game. So,
I don't know. It's pretty easy to hit a ball when you know it's coming.
You're right.
Hate to get off topic.
No, I'm with you. But so, what were you going to say, Zach?
Well, I just don't know what you're getting at. I mean, this team, Houston in particular that you're referring to, have been kept together for the most part. In fact, not only have they been kept together, but they keep adding.
Yeah.
They go out and get a Verlander at the deadline. They went out and got Greinke the year before. They tried to get Bryce
So
Harper.
where does it start? Like, who's making these decisions, and it basically costing us the chance to have long-term runs into the playoffs year in and year out?
Well, I mean, it goes back to, their philosophies. I mean, ultimately, the Red Sox couldn't get over the hump with the team that they had, so they brought in Dave Dombrowski, spent all the prospects to get him there, trading for Kimbrel, trading for, who else did they trade for? Oh, Chris Sale.
Yep.
They spent all their, top prospects. They usually have come up, and that's what obviously keeps you going as a franchise and having a long run. So those were all spent, and then we got to the point where the team, it had an off year. Mookie was coming up, so they had to make a decision. Either, they couldn't, obviously they couldn't give him the contract he wanted. It seemed like no matter what, unless it was like ungodly numbers, but come on, you're not going to do that.
No, I mean, you're right. I mean, obviously, one thing I can tell you is that the few baseball games that I got to see Mookie play in, they were unbelievable to watch. I mean, the guy can do unbelievable things on the field, playing defense or playing offense. I mean, the guy knows how to hit the ball and he knows how to track a ball down all at the same time. And he do it in a stylish fashion too.
Great arm.
Absolutely.
It's top 3.
Yeah. Top 3 what?
In the MLB.
Top 3 outfielders?
No, it's top 3. Trout.
Oh, top 3 player.
Trout,
Okay.
Tatis and Betts.
Okay. All right. I kind of like that. I could see those players as being like the top 3 players in baseball right now. Dan's over here hacking up a lung because he can't get off those Pall Mall Reds, but that's another problem.
Until you got him.
That's right.
Just your grandpa's cigarette.
You drink Coors Banquet?
I'm not a fan. Not a fan at all. I've been on Narragansett kick lately.
Nice. Hi, neighbor.
Narragansett.
Another thing obviously I want to talk to you about tonight is obviously the guy we got on our table right here, Tiger Woods. Terrible tragedy that happened obviously last week, dealing with a car accident. He was driving a Genesis GX80, I think is the vehicle, down a highway or a road in California, and obviously somehow went off the road and flipped his vehicle. Next thing you know, he's got a couple fractured or shattered or broken legs, and we don't know if the guy's going to golf anymore. I mean, it's extremely scary to see this.
I thought he wasn't, but I do think Tiger Woods is going to come back.
You think he's going to make it back?
I think so. I think he can come back.
And you're not. And when
he ain't going to be good. He'll just be. He's going. You know who he's going to be like? He's gonna be like Fred Couples. Dude's just going to come in.
Did Fred Couples have a horrific injury?
No. Fred Couples is old.
Right.
He was born with a horrific injury.
But he's good. You know what I mean? Like, he's just there.
I think Tiger Woods is going to have his Alex Smith moment. He's going to come back from this tragic injury. I think he'll play professionally again. I don't think he'll win again. He might get one more tour win, which would also put him one past Sam Snead
Right.
because they're tied at 82. But
yeah, he ain't getting the.
But I don't think he's winning another major
No.
at this point in his career. Unfortunately, that ship sailed.
I just
which
want
is too
to,
bad.
yeah, I just want to see him be able to get onto the field or onto the course and be able to play, because it's just like, and we lost Kobe. You know, obviously, you want to see these players be able to carry out their career to the end of it, to the last day that they want to play. You know, not to be taken, by a helicopter accident or a car crash or anything crazy like this. It's just. It's scary, and obviously prayers go out to him and his family and everything that they do. Big ups to Tiger Woods, and hopefully he can get back on that course this year. Dan, you got anything to touch on that on Tiger?
Just that I think that it's strange in terms of with the Tiger Woods documentary coming out. I don't know if you guys any of you guys saw it.
No,
HBO?
I haven't.
On HBO, like
Yeah, it's out.
what was it, like 2 months ago, a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
It came out. It basically chronicled his whole life, how his father, he is the creation of his mother and father in
Well,
terms of like what he wants to be. And then they did all this. Obviously, he has God-given talent. He worked his ass off his entire life. That's all he cared about. But he is this product. But he is this product that was created out of like not the best circumstances, where like there was kind of like some fucked up shit in it. Like his dad was an adulterer and his mom was like a perfectionist and like all this stuff. And it goes through the highs and lows, and you really realize this guy has gone through the fucking ringer. He's gone through everything. Some of it's his fault, some of it's just his circumstance. But he's gone through it. And then after the Masters a couple years back, he wins it, and it's just such a hallmark moment. You'd think it would cap it right then and there.
Yeah, I don't know if there's one person in America that wasn't rooting for Tiger Woods to
No.
win that Masters.
Tiger's the only person
Elon was rooting for
that
Tiger Woods.
dominates the sport, and people root for him. So
Seriously.
he dominates the sport, and people, even when he was in his prime, when he was beating everybody, people still like showed up and watched him golf. Like they wanted him to win.
Tiger versus the field.
He's transcendent.
And I thought the coolest thing was, and Zach made this a mention to me because I didn't even notice it until I saw it a couple days later, was the red shirts that all these golfers wore.
Yeah.
This
past Sunday.
For Tiger, it was incredible to see. I mean, all these, and obviously, I don't know who it was, but it was like a couple of years ago, the year that, I don't know if Tiger wasn't going to win, but they wouldn't allow this dude to wear a red shirt.
Patrick Reed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Patrick
I
Reed.
And-
freaking hate Patrick Reed.
And they made him.
Cheater.
Why is he a cheater?
It was a couple tournaments ago. He did something with the ball where you're not supposed to do.
So I do know what happened.
Go ahead.
So he hit the ball, and it was like it was supposedly in a divot, and when it's in a divot, I guess you can like pick it up and do a free drop. But he had already picked up the ball when the field judge came over and placed it in a certain spot, and then put it in a better spot where he thought he could have hit it from. And it's other little things like that he just bends the rules.
Wait, so he picked up the ball once and then picked it up a second time.
He touched the ball before he could even touch it. He needed to wait for the field judge to come over.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
And he had already started touching it. And he was like, "Oh, it's in that divot there." And the guy was just like, "Okay." So then he got to pick it up, put it in a spot that he preferred. Cheater.
Yeah, I think he won.
Cheater.
I think he won that tournament too.
That's
still a hell of a golfer.
He's a great golfer.
I mean, yeah, you got to do what you got to.
Cheater. I'm all set.
You cheater. Cheater.
And just to touch back on kind of what Dan was saying too about Tiger Woods, I mean, it was just like, I didn't like golf growing up. It just was boring naturally to, a 10-year-old. But I just couldn't take my eyes away from watching Tiger playing. He was just he just dominated the sport.
Electric.
It is electric for such a slow playing sport.
Right.
It's incredible. And I just remember, growing up too, that on SportsCenter they've had they had this pyramid where or bracket rather, of greatest or best current athletes, and it ended up being Tiger Woods versus LeBron James. It's like Tiger Woods isn't, he's not a real athlete. He's incredible at his game, but it's just like that's how awesome he was that he was going up against somebody LeBron James clearly superior from an athletic standpoint.
Play tight end.
Yeah. Can you chip out of the sand trap, or can you dunk from the free throw line? And you're right there.
But you also have to remember too, half these golfers that are on the field right now grew up watching Tiger.
Yeah,
Right.
Absolutely. They're
like
game,
us.
Right.
They're probably our age.
Yeah. Their game is inspired by him, and
Right.
obviously naturally by the Phil Mickelsons and stuff like that. But nobody in my opinion, probably inspires your game more, or makes you want to go out on the course and hit that ball and get to the links, is that guy right there.
Right. You ain't buying Nike golf hoodies or
PGA Tour because you weren't.
PGW hats.
The
You ain't
little,
buying
the
it 'cause
little
you-
Tiger driver cover.
Yeah.
Hey, Brand's got that on his
I
his cut
actually
of
have. So Jesus, what the
Your mic's in your way.
The white hat, my white Nike hat,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Frank on it.
Yep.
I got that hat like 2 days later, sold out, and they don't make them anymore. So
Big ups to Brand over
Sick
here.
hat.
You want that hat? I got you right now. I'll take it from a script site for $50.
I've only worn it like 4 times because I know it's a rare hat.
Comes with his hat, sweat stains.
No, I don't even wear it often. Nope.
Okay, another thing I wanted to bring up too is the Celtics, man. I mean, what's going on with them? 5-5 in their last 10. I mean, we have two what people are trying to claim, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, these superstar young athletes. But why can't we get it together?
Because Brad Stevens sucks as a coach.
Zach, give me some. Why can't we get this team going?
All I can say is preach patience. Because at this point, we've taken a couple of steps back in terms of the players that we've had on this team. I mean, Danny Ainge, not that he gambled, I mean, by trading for Kyrie, but yeah, don't get me started too much on it.
I know.
Guy loves to pontificate. But anyways,
Ooh, good word.
He left us, with our dicks in our hands. Not that we shouldn't have seen this coming, but he told all the season ticket holders, "Hey, I'll come back to this team," basically, and re-signing.
Well, he even asked to come back before the season
Didn't
started.
he say, and I quote, "If you'll have me back,
Right.
I'll come back," or something?
Yeah.
Oh, unbelievable.
Yeah. So, anyways, we lose him, and then in that same off season, we lose Horford, but we do get Kemba. So we're just losing these players, and Hayward, and we're not the same team we were. We're on another path.
I was excited to get Kemba. I really was because.
Oh, I love Kemba. I got his jersey hanging up in my closet. I'm gonna wear it in Florida next week.
Dude, I thought we were getting UConn Kemba, step back Kemba, and then I realized he comes to the team and he played. Honestly, he played pretty great
he did.
going up
Sucked
into
in
the
the
post.
playoffs last
Oh,
year.
the postseason, it was unbelievable. And I get it, we're in the bubble, things are a little different. Yada 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 yada. I don't care anymore, dude. You look like you're softer than baby shit.
Yeah, I don't know what his problem is. Nice. Narragansett, the beer of the summer.
Hi, neighbor.
But no, the thing about Kemba is just like I don't know when basketball players started becoming pussies, so to speak. Like a lot of guys just take the next day off, if they have a back-to-back.
Oh,
And I know Kemba's numbers are pretty good when he takes the next day off.
Yep.
But I'm in a fantasy basketball league and my team stinks, by the way. But all these guys, like, hitting this mic, like Al Horford takes the next day off and it just kills me. Because then I have to go pick someone up, drop someone.
Yeah, I mean, they're resting the knee, and that's also part of the Celtics' struggles. They haven't had a consistent lineup out there. Kemba was hurt to start the year, or still rehabbing. Jason Tatum got COVID. Marcus Smart recently got hurt. There were guys that were close contact to Jason Tatum with Robert Williams and Tristan Thompson. So it's just like, and not that they're the only they're the only team dealing with this. It's just they haven't been able to be as consistent as they have been. And finally, they're having some consistency. I mean, they've won their last 3 straight. They've had a little help, but you know what? It's in the right direction. And I like where this team is going. Maybe not this year, 2021, but 2022, 2023. I believe in Jason and Jalen, who have both made strides this year. You know?
I think with
get me a scoring big man.
I think the tough thing, what everyone what we're watching is we see Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, right, who went to the Eastern Conference Finals without Kyrie Irving. No, and I get it. Granted, we had a lot better of a team the year without when Kyrie Irving was there. We had Al Horford and all these other really good role players who were doing their thing. Mm-hmm. But then we go next year. Right, Scary Terry was there, and then we go next year, and obviously that was last year, right? When we right, because that was
we went to the Eastern Conference Final, lost to the Heat.
And then
right.
When Kyrie was hurt, we went to the Eastern Conference Final.
No, but there was a year in between that, right?
Yeah,
when we lost to the Bucks in the second round.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we go to then that's what I was trying to get to. So we go to the next year, we lose to the Bucks in the second round, and then we're back at the Eastern Conference Finals. It's their third. Well, in my opinion, it's Jason Tatum. It's his third year. Jaylen Brown, I think it's his fourth year, right? So it's like, give these guys some slack. That's they're young. You know what I mean. All I can say is that listen, look at Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook and James Harden when they had all those young guys. They didn't go to the finals in the first years that they were all together. It took a couple of years for them to grow together.
They did get to the finals though. Against
Right.
the Heat, but they got smoked.
Right. No. Right. I mean, they got put together 4-1, and it was man against children at that point.
That's right.
Yeah, and that was like the first initial time that we had what we do like with the super teams. You know what I mean? Like with like the big threes and all
Well,
that
no.
stuff.
I mean, the Boston Celtics started that with Kevin Durant,
Yeah.
Ray Allen, and
The
Paul
Boston
Pierce.
3 Party. You ever seen that commercial with Scott Van Pelt?
Yes,
That's
I've
one of
seen
the best
Boston
sports
three
betting
party.
commercials. Anyways, yeah, no, the Celtics are definitely like 1 or 2 pieces away from being a problem.
So I mean, the big thing is this. Obviously, they just got to stay patient.
Stay the course.
And roll tide, as Alabama likes to say. Just keep on doing their thing, and keep your eyes keep your head focused, and keep your eyes on the straight and narrow. You know, and hopefully we'll get to the promised land in the next year or two, 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's parts of their game specifically. I mean, I think we're seeing Jason Tatum close games out a little bit better. You know,
Just gotta take it to the goddamn hole.
right? And
Stop that pull-up shit.
And Jalen's taken his game to another step. He's an
I love
animal.
Jalen.
He's an animal defensively.
Mhm.
His offensive game. I mean, he's averaging about 26 points per game at this point.
Yeah.
You know, I think once they've gotten to that point, I think the next step for these guys after that is getting other players involved and knowing how to score on their own terms.
Right.
You know,
And not coming down the court with 6 seconds off the shot clock and just putting up a 3 because they feel like it.
Right.
yeah, they're just playing mini ball at home.
Right. I mean, I think the big thing is that they need to start playing more like a team, more passing. I mean, you see these teams like Utah and Denver, and you see these highlights where they pass 6 times in a row.
Phoenix.
Phoenix is another one where they pass 6 times in a row, and then they shoot the ball, and they wasted the full shot clock. They ran down the defense. So now when the defense gets the ball back on offense, they're more tired, and they can quickly force a turnover to get the quick bucket again, and they go up a couple points. And it's hopefully the Celtics will start to learn that, see that more, and as a young team, young core, come together and really, really play hard. Because they're not playing hard.
You know what?
Jason Tatum don't know.
One of those sneaky teams that come into the playoffs where everyone's kind of like, and they just get hot at the right time.
Oh yeah, seriously. I mean,
and they could easily do that.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, especially if Jalen,
If Kemba, Jalen, and Tatum are just
and they're putting
going off,
right, and they put up
25
75 points, 80 points a game. It's going to be a hard thing to stop, especially with our other guys like Marcus Smart, who's an absolute dog on the court. I mean, come and get some if you want to play with Smart. Daniel Tice, right? Who's the tall center that we have? That's
Taco.
No.
Tristan Thompson?
No, the other guy.
Oh, Robert Williams.
Yeah, him.
Time Lord.
Oh, Time Lord. Come on. Superfly. I mean, he's blocking people's shots, dunking on people. That's the guy who I want to be starting every single night. I know he's not there yet right now, but I think he's going to be the true guy to get to in a few years. He might turn into the Bam Adebayo type of player. He's just smacking people's shit and honestly backing people down into the paint where he can score buckets.
Yeah, I don't want to move on from really anybody at this point. I mean, if there's somebody out there that we can get, I don't know who. If like a Karl Anthony Towns becomes available, or John Collins, or Nikola Vucevic down in Orlando. Somebody like that,
Yeah.
I'm game for getting. But it's just these guys aren't just, oh, here you go, have them.
Right.
You got to give something good up. And I don't want to give up these key role players like a Marcus Smart. I mean, that guy is primed to be on a championship team for playing the role that he's playing. I love Robert Williams.
We need Marcus Smart back.
And I'm not saying don't trade him. I'm just saying we're not in the right spot right now. Let's not blow up the team just to make a move because Celtics Nation's concerned, or even fire Brad Stevens, at least not yet. I mean, I'm okay with firing him if he's not clicking with the players, but I'm not just going to fire him because of how this season's going.
You think he might want to get fired so he can be Duke's next coach?
Well, he did sign an extension last year.
Right. No, I know that, but like.
I don't know, dude. I think he thinks what kind of like what we're thinking on a similar thing. He's just like, it's like, damn. He's like, Danny got me 2 superstar young players who are showing incredible talents.
Yeah.
And I could have the next Warriors type of team.
Right.
And I think that's what he sees. And obviously he's just hopefully we can find either someone in the draft in the next few years or we sign someone like you guys are saying as a point guard and then develop our center. You know what I mean? Versus kind of opposite of what we did when we had, we went out and had we had Kendrick Perkins, but we obviously had Rajon Rondo that we drafted, and made him
I
into
love
who he.
Kendrick Perkins.
Oh, he's a real
the
guy.
best hot
He's a
takes
real
in the
guy.
world.
Oh, absolutely.
That
And
guy's unbelievable.
well, another thing too is that he's not afraid to tell people. He's just like, no, it ain't, no, it
He
ain't.
speaks the truth.
Right. He puts people in his place.
He doesn't put any sugar on it.
That's a great point about the Warriors too. I mean, I think it was about year 6 for Steph Curry.
Yeah, seriously.
At that point, and they had Klay Thompson and Draymond Green. That was homegrown, and then they won with Kevin Durant, but they won before that.
Right. They
won, and then they lost to Cleveland where they were down. Yeah. LeBron
Oklahoma
James
City was up 3-1
roaring
on
back.
them, and then they came back, and then Durant joined the next year.
Right.
Snake.
But and another thing too is like, at least Steph Curry in his first 6 years, they were debating trading him because he had all his ankle problems.
Yeah.
And we haven't, thank God, obviously, knock on wood, right, that Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum didn't have to deal or haven't had any significant injuries yet.
Basketball is one of those sports where guys just don't get hurt. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not obviously Gordon Hayward, but you don't see like the
Say that to Kevin
torn
Ware.
Okay, that was in college. You just don't see that like torn ACL.
I don't know. Did
shit
you see
like
Paul
football.
George?
Yeah. Okay. Again, there's a freak accident
Gordon Hayward.
that happened.
He mentioned
Again,
that.
I just said that.
He's saying Brandon's saying besides the one a year that we
The best
have.
guys don't like get hurt. Whereas in football, like J.J. Watt, for example, how many times that guy got hurt and his season's over? You see these like Dalvin Cook, season, ACLs and stuff.
I get it.
Basketball, like LeBron doesn't miss games. Like,
Yeah,
the
no.
first year he was on the Lakers was like the most he's ever missed when they stunk.
His durability is incredible.
Yeah, it really is. And like these guys, they just don't. I don't know. Basketball, they just don't get hurt.
Well, they do pamper them by, like you were saying earlier,
Like
giving them their
Right,
nights off, their
Strip
fake
club
injuries.
wings and
Lemon pepper, baby. Give me that lemon
in
pepper.
the NFL, you just get a plate of warm Hormel turkey meat with a little bit of
Little brisket and coleslaw.
a little mashed potatoes and a little store-bought gravy, and get you back on the bus.
How about that?
Go Celtics.
That's right. Obviously, another thing too we wanted to get into is who should the Patriots' next starting quarterback be?
Gardner Minshew.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy Garoppolo, then Gardner Minshew.
Cam Newton. Danny, give me what you got.
my god.
Kyle Trask.
Okay, get the fuck out of here.
Dan, I don't hate it. I like it better than Scam Newton.
No.
I think, honestly,
Yes.
no.
No.
I think Cam Newton's going to be our quarterback this year.
I have to agree with Brandon. He is like
I
they're
think
not
Bill
doing
likes him,
anything.
and
They're
I
not
think
doing
Cam likes
anything.
Bill. They're not going to do anything. They're either going to do. They're probably going to build up the defense, like Zach had said.
They're going to tweak the offense to work it around the
Bill's gonna
the
trade-
RPO.
He's going to trade back in the draft, and he's going to pick some stupid cornerback out of some Division
Yeah.
II.
I don't
high
think
Out
school.
so.
of
I think
Southern Mississippi.
Yeah.
I think there's a chance that the Patriots trade up this year. I just
Trade up for Trey Lance.
I could care less for Trey Lance. I honestly want. I like. Was that?
Fields?
No, Zach Wilson.
Oh, yeah.
I just
Good luck.
he's got pizzazz to him. He's a little spicy. He's a little hot on the field. Little Baker Mayfield-esque a little bit, but can sling the rock a
Oh,
lot
I like
better.
Zach Wilson.
You know what I mean?
The problem is that Jets have that pick, right? Number 2?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
There's
but
just a bunch of teams in between us
Right.
that
Well,
any of those.
I can
you
see
know,
them trading
after
with
Trevor
Atlanta because I think Atlanta's like $20 million over the cap right now, and they want to be, they signed a fourth overall pick. They're paying him money, so it's going to put them more over the cap. The last thing they want to do is get younger players for the future, trade these big money guys away like Julio Jones.
I'd take Julio.
Right. That would be.
No, actually, no, I wouldn't take Julio. He's soft.
Still a freak.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a freak.
He's soft.
He's probably.
Julio's that guy, and we have all played fantasy before. Have you guys ever had Julio on your team?
No.
Okay.
No.
He's questionable every week with a toe injury.
Yeah, ask Donald about it.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
does he
really
play?
is. Yeah. But you
Okay.
don't want that question. You don't want that little Q next to your guy. You
Sure.
and I both know that. No, I
Brand-
love Julio. He's a
That's
freak.
why I traded away Deontay Johnson.
Brand, why do you want Gardner Minshew?
Why?
Yeah, tell me why right now. Why do you want Gardner Minshew to
Gardner
come?
Minshew. Let me tell you why. Urban Meyer's going to give us to him real cheap, right? 4th, 5th round, right?
Maybe, sure.
Okay. I don't think San Fran's giving up Jimmy G. I just don't think they're going to give him
I
up.
think if Jimmy plays anywhere next year, I think it's going to be for Houston.
Jimmy G?
Yeah.
So you think they're going to trade?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think the Pats have a chance at it.
Just so you know, Jimmy G has a full no trade clause.
Good for him.
Okay, so if he says no and vetoes it, he doesn't have to go along with it.
I know. I understand that.
Okay.
Anyways, Gardner Minshew, we get him cheap. We get one of these wide receivers that are out there. Galladay, Robinson. Really like Robinson. Trade for Julio. Maybe. Hot take. No, we don't. Give me Gardner and then draft a wideout or draft. I don't want to draft one of these guys that are just like.
It's not like it was last year's draft. Last year's draft, the top 5 wide receivers all ended up being extremely good for their rookie class.
Right. And Gardner ain't bad. And I don't know if you guys follow Gardner Minshew on Instagram.
Oh, I follow
that
him.
guy is working out, and my God, he looks good right now.
Hot take.
Listen, I don't need any splashy free agents I love Godwin, but I don't necessarily need. I just need a pro. I need somebody like a Kyle Rudolph. Just somebody that knows what they're doing, because that black hole at tight end is
Rudolph said he
awful.
Some report came out that Rudolph said he would go to the Pats.
Who are your sources?
I saw on Twitter.
Oh, Twitter, the ultimate source.
Oh, here comes the king source guy. Fact check Dan, who just pulls shit out of his ass. Yeah, stop. Look it up. No, seriously, pull that up for me. But I want. You know what I want? I want Minshew or Garoppolo, and then I want to draft Devontae Smith or Waddle.
I want Garoppolo for a few reasons. One, he knows the system.
Yep.
2, that's Bill's guy right there.
Yep.
That was he was supposed to take over
I know.
when Bill was going to ship Tom Brady on his terms.
Yeah.
That's why I want him in here. I've seen the talent. I understand he's a little fragile. I get it. I understand that the team he was on was uber talented, but he still took a team to the Super Bowl and lost to a great team and an all-time great quarterback.
No, I want Jimmy, great looking quarterback. If I'm going from Tom, Cam Newton, Jimmy, we have probably the best 3 looking quarterbacks in the last 3 years. Am I wrong?
You're pretty much 100% accurate on that.
Okay, so I like Jimmy G, but I just don't think we're gonna get him. So next in line.
Yo, Cam Newton's got that style, bro.
Yeah, but he stinks, dude.
No,
I don't care about his style.
I know you don't.
Standing at the back of that room and he'd throw it at your feet.
No,
He really would. I don't think his shoulders like mine, bud.
I get it.
Dental floss.
No, your shoulder's like dental floss.
If your life was determined by him, you'd be dead. If he had to make one throw to you,
A slant right across the middle.
you'd be dead.
No, I wouldn't.
You would.
No, I wouldn't. I completely disagree with you.
Why? Would it be behind you?
We always talk about this. This guy came into New England, right?
Here we go. Here comes the
He's
excuse
done.
train.
He stinks.
All aboard.
If I could do it right, and be able to do what I want, okay, then it would be I want to.
You want a guy that threw 8 touchdowns last year?
This guy's never gonna let me talk.
No. He threw 8 touchdowns last year.
Can I have the talking stick back?
That dude from Washington who came in the playoffs, I think he threw like 2 or 3.
Heineke?
Where the hell is he going?
Yeah, we just lost fact check Dan.
I asked him to look something up,
pee my
and he
pants.
sneaks out like a little fucking rat. Unbelievable.
Oh, it was Doug Aid from Nesson.
Yeah, it was Nesson. I saw it. I knew I saw it. Anyways, you know why I don't want Cam Newton? Because it's a waste of a year.
Dan, Brandon, we never got to the point on why I want Cam Newton.
But
I appreciate that.
Dan, grab me one.
All right. So, here's the thing. So, Cam Newton, he'll come back to knowing what the team is, right? And obviously, he didn't get that in the beginning. He didn't have the full preseason,
Sure.
and then he got COVID, which didn't help. And
No, it didn't.
it just, if he says that it really messed him up, then I'm gonna take that at his word, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you watch the interview, that's what he says. He goes, "Listen, it was a tough time for me to really gain my focus back." And you could see it when he go on the field, bro. He would go on the field and he'd go like this, and I got shivers, bro, because I knew right there and then that he had lost his mind.
You got shivers.
Oh,
I've watched almost every week. I promise you never got shivers.
Okay. Anyways, yes, I did. But my whole thing is, once again, give him a second season. Draft someone like, if you believe, Justin Fields or Zach Wilson, someone who can learn behind Cam,
Yeah.
right? And if Cam can't do the job by the end of the season, obviously start infiltrating or meshing the players back into, or the new quarterback into the offense. And if you're not going to make the playoffs anyways, then what does it matter? And then you go into the next season. If you have Cam on a 2-year deal, which it will probably be a 2-year deal.
No, yeah.
Which it will probably be a 2-year deal.
Probably a 1 year
Okay,
deal.
anyways, it's going to be a 2-year deal.
It's going to be
No,
one
it's
year
gonna be
deal.
one
You
year.
heard it here first. 2-year deal.
It's going to be a 1 year
Okay,
deal.
it's going to be a 1-year deal with a second-year option on
No.
team option. Anyways,
He wouldn't do that.
okay, just let me finish what I have to say.
I'm gonna write
Fuck's
this down
sake,
right
yeah,
now.
please,
I'm gonna write it
Dave,
down.
please.
Can I write this down
Yeah,
on the
go
board?
ahead, please put it on the
Austin,
board.
2-year deal, Cam Newton.
Yeah,
That's
2-year
what you
deal.
want?
2-year deal. That's
want-
not what I want. That's what he's going to get.
You want to lock that in?
Yeah, I want to lock that in. Okay. Anyways, so, and then he's going to be coming into his third season with the Patriots, and he's going to have to compete with the backup quarterback. The backup quarterback's going to come in and take that ass.
Listen, what did the eye test tell you? COVID or not, I don't care about the offseason. I don't care that he had COVID, okay? He throws too short. He throws too long. He throws too wide. He doesn't have a presence in the pocket anymore. He had multiple passes batted at the line that drove me nuts. He doesn't have it. He's not good enough
He
anymore.
couldn't prove he had it, Zach. He
stinks.
literally got COVID in the first.
And on top of that, his mobility in the pocket, it's not there anymore.
There's no change in this guy over here. He's done with.
No,
there's
he's
no-
scam.
No,
He-
he's
he-
Cam Newton.
he-
He's Cam Newton with Carolina.
He can't get out of the pocket like he used to. That part of his game that we come to know and love Cam Newton for
Give me one-
isn't there anymore.
Just give me 1 second. He rushed for 12 touchdowns.
Look,
It's
I
there.
don't care.
appreciate
Anybody
that.
could
Stats
run
after
for
the
12
Super Bowl.
touchdowns from the 2-yard line, Austin.
Yeah.
I'm talking about escaping. Aaron Rodgers has more mobility than him.
Yep.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
He has
Yeah.
way more presence than him in the pocket, is able to move. I'm not just talking about scrambling for 50 yards. I'm talking about being able to realize the pass rush that's coming
Yeah, but
at
the
you,
difference is that
moving
if
up in the pocket,
Aaron Rodgers,
getting outside the pocket.
Aaron Rodgers can't juke a defensive player. He's just gonna go down. Cam Newton's gonna run at him. Go
I don't
through
know how many
him.
times I saw Cam go down this year.
Yeah, Cam was scared to run,
Are you
man.
kidding me?
First of all, once again, let's get back into the whole thing of Cam wasn't himself the minute he got COVID.
He's not himself the minute he sucked.
I feel like that's just an excuse.
What do you mean? He sucked before.
He's all done. He's
Yeah,
all done.
It's over, man.
It's not
his,
over.
his career's over.
Forget you
He
guys.
might be a backup.
Forget you guys. Unbelievable.
I don't get what you want. What do you want? You want Cam to come back and go 8-8?
No.
7-9?
No,
6-10?
Do you know? Once again, do
That's
you
what you're
know?
getting.
No. What I want is for us to draft somebody and for him to be able to learn from somebody that's been in the system, and that's going to take a year as it is. So might as well just bring Cam back, who's good with the team, good with the players, good with
Okay.
the association. We'll get that quarterback to learn from him, and then you
Okay,
know, grow.
Jimmy.
I'll play him for the first 3 games.
Why not go get Jimmy?
Yeah.
Because Jimmy's old news, dude. He's 4 or 5 years
So you would rather
removed.
Cam than Jimmy?
Yeah, some
You're
of that.
starting a team right now.
No,
and someone says
he-
you get Cam Newton or Jimmy Garoppolo. You're taking Cam.
Yes, because I don't think Jimmy's the future either.
Mark that on the board.
He's got way more of a future than Cam.
No, he doesn't.
Why?
Because he was Zach. If you're being, if
You
you're,
just don't like his smile, do you?
no, he's
He's
got,
got
a great
better smile than Cam.
He fucks porn stars.
Good for him.
Cam don't.
That's kind of a red flag, though, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Yes.
Because you would.
Yeah, I'm not also. Well, don't use me as a standard of what people should be and what they shouldn't be.
Man. All I'm trying to say is
Listen, I get
all
why you
I'm
want Cam,
all I'm trying to
because the
say
interview was great.
all I'm trying to
Zach,
say
did
is
you
that
watch
no
the interview?
quarterback in the NFL right now is our future. Unless
Dan, did you watch the interview?
No, I
Let me
didn't.
tell you what it was. It was a bunch of excuses. That's all it was. It was someone that stunk. And all he did is say, well, I had COVID. Well, I did this. Well, I didn't know the system. You know what you do?
Dude, he had
You
one
know
year
what
on
he
the
should've done? He
team.
should have said, you know what? I stunk
good
last
enough.
year.
Dude,
and I would love another
what do you
shot.
mean, dude? He had 1 year on the team. Like, I don't understand what you guys completely expect. I mean, you guys just think that
Tom
every.
Brady had 1 year on Tampa Bay. He just won a fucking Super
Oh,
Bowl.
really? Did Cam Newton have Chris Godwin, Antonio Brown, and Mike
No,
Evans?
it is a-
No.
you're right, it
Yeah,
is
so
a
back the
bad
fuck up and
example.
shut
It
the
is a
fuck. Yeah, right. It's a horrible example. So go take that example and go fuck yourself. Thank you.
Austin, the eye test, what did it show you last year? I couldn't even finish pass
Zach,
games.
nothing showed me anything last year.
He sucked!
You guys bought
Stop,
Cam
bro.
Newton jerseys,
My-
I would
my-
burn 'em.
okay,
I
for-
would literally burn them.
my-
My first
my-
fire, bring it, and we'll burn it.
Okay. big
I
guy.
will.
Okay.
3 a.m.
Once again, I'm
gonna hold you to that.
going to give Cam a pass for last year. And if nothing happens now, just like all these other quarterbacks in the NFL who typically get a pass for sometimes one season, he's going to get it from New England and from the majority of the people around because they can see if he's going to go out there and try it. Because guess what? You're going to see it after the first 2 or 3 games. It's going to flip real quick. He's either going to be good or not be good, and he's going to either get benched or get cut.
Dan, can you just see if there's like a poll somewhere that like Patriots fans took if they want Cam Newton back? Just look that up for me. I just want to know if there's like
I'll look it up.
if there's a fan base that like we can like go off of it. Because I feel like we keep arguing this, but I feel like there's only 2 people I know that want Cam back and like really want him back. Everybody else I know is
And they're
just
both
like,
in our group chat.
yeah, exactly. See you
Bill
later.
Belichick's not in our group chat.
Listen, at the end of the day, honest to God, I think Cam Newton is going to be the quarterback.
Yeah, I think unfortunately he'll be back here too.
Right.
By lack of options.
Yep. And I think because
And nobody's going to take Bill Belichick's shitty contract. But Cam.
yeah.
What do you mean a shitty contract?
He's going to pay him peanuts again.
So how's it a shitty contract?
Because no other QB is going to take that. No other QB.
Oh yeah, it's a shitty contract for Cam, but it's not a shitty contract for the Patriots. And who are you? I'm interested in what
I understand, but that if you want to draw players, you need to pay them. If you want premium talent, you have to pay them. They wouldn't pay Tom Brady.
Huh?
Well, they would have paid.
No,
Tom
Robert
Brady.
Kraft would have done it.
Right.
Okay.
And guess who signs the checks at the end of the
Okay,
day?
great. But guess what? Who has full roster control?
Dan, you come up with anything?
There are no actual polls being done, but it's just articles from like the various Boston media outlets saying like, "Oh no, they don't really want him back." And I want to rip on this a little bit. Does Bill Belichick have in his pay plan like if he keeps the overhead low, does he get a bonus? Because why does he do that?
100%. They have the Patriots have a budget that they live by, and Bill Belichick's salary is also a part of that. To which he gets paid $25 million a year.
Right.
Okay, and he has to keep.
$25 million a year.
$25 million a year. Holy Jesus!
I'm pretty sure anytime another coach comes close or surpasses him, it's like an unwritten thing between him and Robert that he gets taken care of and that he becomes
Talk about
the
ego,
highest
huh?
paid. Oh yeah, talk about somebody that wants to get paid the top of his game but won't give it to other players.
Right.
All right. What's his?
like-
Not that he's never done that, but he doesn't want to do that.
Right.
Okay. Let's just do this quick. Let's just wrap this real quick. Gardner Minshew. That's your final answer.
Who do I want to be?
Who do you want the quarterback to be for the New England Patriots starting week 1? And then versus who you think.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Okay. Who you want it to be and versus who you want or who Bill wants it to be.
Cam.
Or Bill is going to be. You know?
I want Jimmy G. It's gonna be Cam.
So what was the Gardner Minshew stuff you're talking about?
Because I don't think we're gonna get Gardner. I'm sorry, Jimmy. I think Jimmy's gonna stay in San Francisco. I think San Francisco's good and Jimmy's fucking really good, and they're gonna be really good with Jimmy G.
And obviously, Zach, you're gonna go Jimmy G and then Cam Newton. I'm just going to assume for the crowd.
Are you asking for my pecking order in terms of who I would want on the team?
Yeah.
No, I don't want Cam Newton at all.
No. That's not what I. No.
No, I know.
I didn't ask that. Right.
My first choice would be Jimmy G. Okay. And I think what Bill's gonna do is end up back with Cam? Yeah, unfortunately, I think that's where we're headed.
Okay.
You got that written down there, Brent?
Yep.
Dan,
Dan,
who?
Tuna, what do you got, bud?
Yeah, what do we got over here? We got fact
You
check.
wanna
Dan.
Give me a hot take.
Dan,
Let me light the lamp.
Dan, starting week 1.
Let me light the lamp.
Starting week 1, who I want, and then who I think.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, starting week 1, who I want.
Realistically.
Trevor Lawrence.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I just
Trade up, burn through the
That's
pits.
not. I can't even light the lamp for
Alright,
that.
fine.
That's so stupid.
No, you're right. I'll take that back. I'll take it back. Who I want? Kyle Trask.
You think should be starting week 1?
That's Florida, right? Got it?
Yes.
Yes.
I think that he has untapped potential.
I'd rather Mac.
Untapped potential.
All right, put it on the
Kyle
board.
Trask on the board.
How do you spell that name, huh?
Trask. Spell it all caps.
And who do you think?
They're not gonna be able to figure anything out with Cam. It's gonna be Jared Stidham that starts the first week.
Good. Oh, Zach, can you read the lamp for me? Hot take.
We're gonna live on that fucking hoping for prospects next year type thing. It's gonna be Jared Stidham. We're just gonna half-ass our way through this season too, and that's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Hey Dan, I'd take both those QBs over Cam.
Austin, you're locked in on Cam.
All right, so
who do you want?
okay, right. So who do I want? Man, who do I want? I think
Just fill him in for Cam.
fill me in for no, don't put me in for Cam who I want because that's not who I want. That's who I think it's definitely going to be. Who I want, I would if somehow we could get it, I would say Watson. Like if that
really,
yeah, Deshaun Watson.
I like that.
And then I'm gonna go Cam on the.
Yeah, you got Cam. You're locked in on Cam, but
yeah, I pretty much got him tatted on my ass.
Yeah, yeah, you're all in.
So obviously this is one of the last things we were talking about tonight. We wanted to wrap up the last segment, but this is the first episode of 3 a.m. Club. Big shout out to Jake Delzovo. He created our logo. DZ Decals is his brand as well, where you can get him to custom make your logos or print any basically stickers out for your car, anything that really you want.
If you own a business, you have a logo, call him. He'll make you a decal. You'll be able to put it on your car, your truck. You know, you can make a big ass one like that if you have a van. Anything you need, give him a call. He'll help you out.
Yeah, we're planning on having different people on here, different interviews, different ideas that we can come up with it. Drop them in the comments. Anything you guys want to talk about. If you guys are interested and you guys want to come on, maybe we'll have a couple guests come on, stuff like that, and make it cool. So just want to say thank you to everyone and peace out.
Thank you.
See you guys.
Thank you again.